again for joining us on Through the Smart Way. This week, we just want to talk about, is your baby ready for solids? There are plenty of tips and tricks to know how. Make sure you, of course, talk it over with your healthcare professional before you get ready. But here are 3 steps that will kind of give you an idea if your baby's ready. If they're coordinated, meaning they're taking everything and putting it in their mouth. Are they sitting unaided? That's important because they need that capability to ensure that food doesn't get stuck. And is your baby swallowing? Are they tongue thrusting? Are they pushing things out of their mouth when you put things in? That might be an indication that they're not quite ready. So keep these 3 ideas in mind as you get ready for this next huge phase in development. So this week, I'm just going to give you a couple ideas of things that I feed my almost 1-year-old. This is starting from the beginning of solids and going to now. So we started with boiled and sauteed squash and zucchini. He loved that. That's a quick, easy prep. Just cover it with water and turn it on, or even saute it with a little bit of oil or butter of your choosing, or nothing at all. So it's a quick, easy prep. The next thing that he absolutely loved is green beans. And I loved to kind of arrange those on the tray for him. He would just zoom through them, basically. It was so cute. And that's something quick and easy that you don't have to worry about constantly chopping and things of that nature. Fresh green beans are super easy to cut the first time around, and then you're ready to go. These are the remnants of what I didn't think was going to be a very successful dish, but turned into a crowd pleaser, and it was salmon with broccoli florets. Just a normal baked salmon that we were having, flaked up, and that's a really easy thing to kind of divvy up into these small portions. Another thing was we actually had a chicken noodle soup, and so I took the components of the chicken noodle soup out, and he absolutely loved it. So just some sweet peas, little chunks of chicken, and the noodles. Now this was something I just came up with on the fly, and baby avocado toast. And it was a super crowd pleaser. I just smashed a little bit of avocado and spread it on these whole grain crackers. And he loved the difference in texture, and really enjoyed this. So he did have this for breakfast on a regular basis. Now, the next thing is just broccoli and carrots. These you could very easily get out of a stir fry bag to make it easy for you. Because all you have to do with the broccoli florets is grab at the top of the floret and peel down. And it makes it really easy. You don't even have to grab a knife in order to get these into bite-sized chunks for them. And the little shoestring carrots were perfect for their little hands to grasp. For a nice little refreshing afternoon snack, try a little bit of watermelon cubed up. Or peaches. Or maybe even a full breakfast. Like this bacon, egg, and avocado disassembled or deconstructed scramble that I made for breakfast. At the end of the day, your baby can pretty much eat just about anything you guys would be eating for your meals. Just be mindful that, number one, just because they're not eating it doesn't mean that they don't like it. It may be a textural thing. It may be a temperature thing. So be mindful of the little nuances that can make you like or dislike something. If avocado's hot, that might be a turnoff to the average palate. And that might be the same thing with your baby. So be mindful of that. Also be mindful, your baby's been on a liquid diet for the last however many months of his life. So be mindful that introducing these fruits, vegetables, and meats can also introduce a bit of constipation because it's a lot more hearty than they're used to, and their systems are trying to get used to processing it. So always try to incorporate some of the more watery fruits and vegetables like the zucchini, the squash, the melons, the cantaloupes, things of that nature, because they have super high water content to kind of help flush out the system. Also, I did not stray away from apple sauce packets. My baby loves to suck out of the pouches, so that worked out very well for us. Also helped us minimize dishes and cleanup as well associated with eating solids. So what I would suggest if you're going to do pouches, baby food pouches, is to add a little bit of water to the pouch. You'd be surprised. You can fit about an ounce extra of water into a full pouch, and that'll help thin out the consistency, but also just get a little bit of extra water in their diet as well. Around 6 months is when most doctors will suggest that you start to introduce about 2 ounces of water a day. Check with your physician to see how much they want you to introduce and at what time they want you to start that practice. But that's a general rule of thumb, and that's an easy way to get it in. Also, if you have any vitamins that your baby is responsible for having on a daily basis, it's a great vehicle to utilize the pouches for that. You can sneak the syringe right down into the pouch, give it a gentle shake, and they will never know the wiser. So lastly, my favorite items for bibs are these two, the food catcher bib and a bib with sleeves. When you're first getting started, honestly, the bib with sleeves, it's like a t-shirt with a Velcro down the back of it. It's amazing to kind of keep them clean because they're exploring, they're learning their limits. But then as they get better and they're still picking up their food with their fingertips, the food catcher bib is a miracle. I did not have this with my first child, and I honestly could throw away every single bib we have and just keep this one. It's super easy because it's silicone, it's not fabric, so you can literally wash it out with a sponge after they're done using it. And it's good to go. So no cleanup, and it catches all of the food. It is amazing. You have to try it out. So those are a couple of ideas as you get started on your new journey. Good luck with baby food, introducing it, getting them used to it, and having a blast. Remember, these will be some of the messier but funniest moments of your life. Have fun with it, and we'll talk to you next time on 3 the Smart Way.